What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, DrewTube, and I'm back at you again with another video. You guessed it. Smash the like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it. Narcissists will cause an issue for someone else, then suggest they're the problem for feeling the way they do. Let's talk about it. A lot of times when you're just trying to just chill, a lot of times when you are trying to find you a little moment of peace, there are people out there that are looking for somebody's peace to disturb. People who can't find peace, people who are at a mental unrest, aren't satisfied unless they put somebody else at that same unrest. People who can't find peace is usually because they have demons on them and they're disturbed. So when you come around people, your peace is disturbing them because you have the presence and the power of God on you, and they see that anointing, they see that glow, and they don't have the same energy that you have. So because of that, right? Because of that, what these narcissists will do, all right, is they'll cause an issue for you to be angry at them or upset with them. All right, that's what they'll do. All right, that's what they'll do. These narcissists will cause an issue for someone else because they want you to be viewed as the problem. They want you to be viewed as the problem. They're a bad person. They're not a good person, but they want you to be viewed as worse than them. They have their little group of people that like them, but they want people to view you as worse than they are. So they have to start fights with you. They have to cause arguments, all to get you out of that peaceful zone. If they can get you out of that peaceful zone, then they could cause the problem, and then they could blame you for how you're reacting to the problem. That's why it's good to work on yourself, and it's good to be aware that these types of people are out there. Because when you are aware that these types of people are in the world, then you can be 10 steps ahead of them. You can be 10 steps ahead of these people by working on yourself and being prepared in the sense that you know how to deal with these types of people. All right, how you deal with narcissists is you just don't pay them any mind. You don't care what they do. You don't show them any attention. Don't show them that they bother you. Don't let them know they bother you. Keep all of that to yourself. All right, whatever they do, whatever they're doing to try to get on your nerves, whatever they're doing to try to frustrate you, don't let them know that is working. When you let them know what they're doing is working, they're going to keep doing it. They're the type of people that once they find out something that you don't like, they're going to keep doing it, unfortunately. And one thing you have to accept is you can't change people who like to do things on purpose that try to get a row out of somebody else. All right, that try to get a reaction out of somebody else. So when they try to cause issues for you, you have to know that they're the one with the real issue. And once you have understanding of that, like, yo, this person has real issues, you won't let it bother you, because you'll see that as somebody that's crying for help. This person has issues. That person is mentally ill, and they're trying to project. They're trying to make you look that way. They want people to see you like you're the problem and like you have a problem. But they're the one that's going through the problems. They just want somebody else to have problems with them. Misery loves company. And when people have problems and they see you either don't have as much problems as them, or you don't have the same type of problems as them, they're going to feel some type of way about that. People get jealous when they feel you're not going through the same types of troubles as them. They get the feeling like they're in the struggle and you're not, kind of thing. They got struggle syndrome. I'm going through all this and that. I feel you got it better than me. Like, man, as chosen people, I know you have gone through a lot. And I know you've never, even if you felt like other people had it better, you still never was angry or got upset because somebody's position was good or greater. That, if anything, that always inspired you. So like, the one thing about you that separates you from them is you'll let something inspire you. They let something make them jealous. So, when they get jealous, when they get petty, when they get in their little negative moods, what they like to do is they like to argue. Anybody that argues with them, that's entertainment for them. When narcissists find somebody to argue with, when they find somebody to engage with, it's like they get to be who they are. That's what they choose to do with their life. That's the type of person that they aspire to be. Somebody that's drama filled, absorbed with finding something negative to point out, cause a fight about, and they want to drag other people into their misery. Because the reason why they're thinking negative is because they got negative things going on in their life. Things aren't going the way they want to. So like a child, they throw a temper tantrum in the form of disturbing other people's peace. Your life is going well. You're making right decisions to the best of your ability. You're making wise choices because you're thinking about the present moment, but you want your future to turn out good. So you're making good present choices. You want a positive future. So other people that aren't spending their time doing anything positive, unfortunately, if they're not working on who they are, if they're still that same negative person that they always been, you have to watch out for those people, because a lot of people don't take the time to change. They don't take the time to look in the mirror, examine their lives. A lot of people don't self-evaluate. All right, chosen ones, we self-evaluate because we feel we're on a timeline. We feel God working with us in our lives, so we know we have to do certain things at a certain particular time. We may mess up, we may make our mistakes, but we always know that we've always had to do something with our lives. All right, we always knew that we were going to be something. We always knew we had to be something. We always knew that our life was worth living and that we deserved the best. Might have had a little down period, might have had a period of confusion or where things weren't going so well, but who doesn't? That's life. People go through life. The things that you go through build you and mold you into who you're supposed to be. So you take the things that you go through and you allow that to make you better, not bitter. So and a lot of times people aren't going back in life. They're not going back over the things that happened to them. They're not dealing with certain pressures from life. They're just letting all the negativity stack up and build up. And then because they're filled with all this anger and hate and all this negativity, they go out in the world and they make everybody deal with that person. If they're mean and negative and that's who they are, they make people deal with that person. And they're going to try to drag you into it, and they want you to be miserable along with them. But you don't have to be miserable with them. Don't allow them to drag you into their negativity. When they try to drag you into their negativity, you have to see this person as somebody that's not right in the head. So when you view, just like you would view a person that was in a home, if a person in a home was walking around and cursing and screaming, you wouldn't pay it no mind. Even though this is annoying and it might feel a little bit more personal, you have to do your best to not pay it any mind. And how you not pay it any mind is you have to accept the fact that this person is going to try to start fights, and they're going to try to get energy from you that way. This person likes to start fights. Some people, they like to start fights. They like to bicker. They like to cause arguments. It's just who they are. There's a lot of people that don't enjoy just a good quiet time, a good peaceful time, a good time just enjoying other people's company, whether you're talking about something positive. Some people, they can't find anything positive to talk about. So when you choose not to talk to them because they don't have anything positive to talk about, they know you're not talking to them because they're negative. So they feel that because you don't want to talk to them, you think you're better. So what they'll do is they'll take that out on you in petty ways, such as arguments, when all you're trying to do is avoid the negativity. But since they see that from the beginning, they're going to try to draw you into that negativity with their arguments, their fights, their comments, the things they say, stuff like that. So what you're going to have to do is just not pay these people any mind, because you have to truly know who you are, and who you are is somebody greater than them. Who you are is a better person. Who you are is a person who knows that this person has a lot of deep rooted issues that they're not dealing with. They're suppressing they're suppressing their thoughts, and they're not fixing their mindset. Because when you suppress certain thoughts and you don't fix your mindset, when you avoid the things that happen to you and you don't deal with them, they don't go anywhere. So you have people that have things they're not dealing with. They're letting they're letting all that stress and toxicity build up. So they go out and be toxic to other people. That's just what they do. And they don't feel the need to change. For whatever reason, they do not feel the need to change. And you just don't want the negativity in your life. So I mean, this has happened to me plenty of times at work, where you're just on lunch and there's negative people around. They have their negative group. You know, you don't deal with them. You got to ignore them. But they'll go to the boss and tell them you're not a good worker because you ignore them and their negativity. They'll go to upper management and tell them they don't like you because they'll tell them you're not a good worker, you don't fit in well, all because you don't want to be a part of their little negative group. And when you go in their group, what do they usually do? Make you the butt of the joke, make you the lowest person on the totem pole in the group. They make you not even want to be in the group, but they want you to be in the group, if that makes sense. Like, make that make sense. You don't want me to be a part of your group, and I can see that, but you think I'm stupid enough to join and be a part of that. First of all, we're not stupid over here. Second of all, nobody's gonna willingly throw themselves into the hellfire. Already gotta work with you. All they're trying to do is get information into your personal life, so they can try to destroy that too. They want to destroy your work life, and they want to try to destroy your personal life. You know, he does this and that. You know, she does this and that. They want to spread your business around a job, have something to talk about, and it's to make them look better. Because a lot of times, these types of people, everybody knows their business. Everybody knows what's going on with them, all the negative things they do, how toxic they are. But a lot of times, these toxic people, they get kept on the jobs because the upper management toxic too. Upper management is a lot of times be real toxic, but it's doable. It's easy to deal with these types of people once you learn how to cope. Once you learn how to wrap your mind around the evils that be. Like, it's real easy to deal with these people. They're just narcissists. They're just somebody with a negative outlook trying to make somebody else feel negative along with them. And once you stop allowing them to bring you into the negativity, once you realize that you don't have the power to make them stop being who they are, you don't have to try to change them. You don't have to try to fix them. It's nothing that you're doing. What you do have to do is just focus on yourself and keep it positive. Keep your mind. Don't let them infect you with their negativity. That's the whole game with negative people. All right, you don't have to be a psychologist. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to read a whole bunch of books. You just don't let them infect you with their negativity as to the best of your ability. But when it becomes vicious and people are a little bit more skilled and equipped with their game, sometimes you have to level up with knowledge, and you have to feed yourself certain ideas and coping mechanisms so you could survive and protect your energy dealing with certain people in certain situations, especially the work world. If you're trying to keep your job, if you want to be able to maintain a positive attitude in negative circles or groups of people, the little coping skills, there's things out there for you to learn for people who have anger management, people who have to keep their cool a little bit cooler than other folks. If you catch my drift, there's some people out there, they got to keep their cool on extra cold. All right, shout out to the people who got to keep their cold ice cold. All right, I appreciate everybody watching this video. I thank everybody for hitting the like button, hitting the share button, and the subscribe button. All right. Don't let these narcissists cause any problems for you. Don't let them try to make you the problem. Don't let them try to paint you out to be the problem. You're not the problem. But also don't let what they're doing draw you in. Don't let their negativity affect you. Just because they're causing problems don't mean you have to engage or entertain it. They could be whoever they want to be. You focus on who you are, what you want to be, and what you're supposed to be doing. And I guarantee you won't even care about them. You'll be so focused on what you're doing because that's what is going to matter 20 years from now. What these narcissists are doing is not going to matter 20 years from now. All that's going to matter is what you did with your time and what you're doing with your life. So focus on success. I'll see you all in the next video. This has been another DrewTube special. Shout out to the Chosen Vessels. We out.